name is Darren Kang. I'm the founder of One Team. So One Team is the name of the company. We write it as One TM, read it as One Team. That basically represents one team for 1,000 ideas and million possibilities. We are headquartered in Singapore, mainly operating in Taiwan. We have a team of 20 some people from currently 11 different countries. So some of team members are working remotely. Most of the developers are working in Taipei. We've been working on this project for 2 years, almost 2 years. We started actually we're doing the same thing that we started. So we started this project to empower creators, basically. Just to tell you a little bit about why I am doing this and who I am. I'm from South Korea, and I've been working in IT hardware, software, game publishing, and content publishing for 20 some years. And I had some projects like, if you guys know, in Korea there's something called Webtoon. Webtoon is basically like digital cartoons and digital comics, and I have launched a platform called Comico outside Korea. So that was the first webtoon in Japan, Taiwan, and Thailand. We basically run the business in 7 different countries, and we topped all of the market, and we worked with over 1,000 webtoon artists from these countries. And that was one of the projects I worked with creators, and I also the company I worked at is called Naver, and NHN. So it is the biggest internet company in Korea. I was in charge of Greater China market and also business planning, strategy planning. So in the company, and also previous company was Samsung OpenTide, is Samsung's marketing arm. We provide management consultings and marketing consulting to Samsung companies, Samsung Electronics, and other companies. So I was also in charge of digital marketing. So I built up my career basically doing marketing and working with creators using internet and software. So that kind of gave me an idea that because we have talked to a lot of creators and brands, and we often see that a lot of brands want to work with creators, or they want to empower their enthusiasts, and creators also want to work with brands, but it's not really happening that easy. For example, a lot of brands would do things like contests, or would create limited editions through collaborations with creators or with other brands. And also a lot of creators who want to work with brands, just sometimes it's simply by writing cold emails, or sometimes by joining the contest. But that thing really doesn't happen easy. Just to give you an idea, when we had that Comico business running, it's closed by now, by the way. We had multiple emails every week from big brands. They wanted to work with our creators. But at the end of the day, maybe 8, 9 of them never happens. That collaboration never get to see the light of the day. Because it takes a lot of time to talk about, to handle the contractual matters and stuff, and a lot of marketing team from brands and creators, they don't know how to work together. So I started to think that it would be nice if there's a dedicated platform for brands and creators to connect with each other and work together. That was how we started this project. And then another main issue we saw from the creator ecosystem is that a lot of creators want to make money by doing what they want to do. But what really happens is, if you think about the concept of gig marketplaces or creator marketplaces, there are millions, tens of millions of creators trying to make money by selling their services. But all those platforms, even though I love them, there are platforms like Fiverr, Upwork, Freelancer.com. These platforms are awesome in a way, but they are basically built upon the idea of buyer-seller mindset. So creators will list their services, just like doing it, listing their products on Amazon, give it a price tag, and client will go there and give them order, give them a short brief. So at the end of the day, they only get to work on very simple stuff. Like it's very like a one-time transaction. It's like mainly one-time transaction. So I thought it would be awesome if creators could, instead of just waiting for the client, they could initiate something based on their idea. So it could be their creative theme, it could be their existing projects, or if they can explore through different ideas from other creators, or it could be from other brands, right? They can pick the theme and join the project proactively instead of taking the business, freelancing jobs from clients. And then they can submit their art for the projects. And out of that, of course, they can also make money. It could be listing their creative work under a creative theme, initiated by someone else on the same platform. And think about it, like a lot of creators also use portfolio platform. Like there are platforms like Behance, Dribbles, or LinkedIn's, right? A lot of creators spend a lot of time building their profile. Also, they try to build their reputation into social communities. So our idea is that why don't we bring all this together on a single platform, and using Web3, we can handle some of the core concerns coming from them. We really worked with over 1,000 creators, and then a lot of them has concerns about authorship protection. They don't know how to protect it. They have a fear of collaboration. For example, if they join a contest or if they submit something to a bigger organizations, they would generally have a concern of, basically there's no visibility. For example, if you submit something to a bigger organization or to someone, you have no idea what happens behind the curtain. And then they also don't have any good legal protections or knowledges. So a lot of people will stop. Stay away from those type of engagements. And another thing is, I mentioned contractual matters. So a lot of collaborations have difficulty setting up a transparent framework when it comes to revenue shares or how they should work together. So revenue split is a big concern, and it was one of the issues. And thirdly, there's a copyright matters. So authorship is one thing, and also there's copyright matters too. When you license your work to someone, so there are many public licenses, like Creative Commons or MIT licenses. There are a lot of good initiatives in public domain. But when it comes to NFT and Web3, or when it comes to those creative works coming from private creators, there are not many standards that they can use. So they don't know how to do it properly, because sometimes they don't want to just share the work privately. They want to license it to a specific people. That's another issue. So we are dealing with these issues using Web3 technology. So we are basically building a collaboration platform for creators. It's called One Team. It's the same as the company name. So that was kind of the intro of the platform. And the project we're doing is called One CU by One Team. So the main reason we are doing this is one of the core idea we're trying to present to the market is theme-driven collaboration instead of contract-driven collaboration. We want to provide a channel, a platform where they can work together based on a theme. So we want to bring like-minded people, and we want to let them connect to each other and work together on a creative theme. And we did a closed beta last year, and we get to know that a lot of people love the idea. But in the meantime, those issues I just mentioned could be a blocker. And then a lot of people also didn't know how to initiate their themes, because initiating a project or initiating a collaboration takes some planning, executions, and some experiences too. So a lot of people didn't know how to use the platform. And then they didn't see the potential, some people didn't see the potential of theme-driven collaboration. So as a marketing strategy, I decided to initiate a project for ourselves. And instead of trying to explain all these features and product concepts, or launching the platform without enough user base or contents, because basically it's an empty platform, right? It's a user generated content. We need to have users first, or the community first, to launch the platform. So we came up with an idea that we build a community using our own creative theme. So 1CU is that theme. It's basically the story we are presenting to the market before the platform. So it's called one team creator universe. So we call it 1CU. Just give me 1 second. Actually, I was trying to open my PowerPoint file, but I have trouble connecting to Google Drive. Just 1 second, please.
All good, no problem. Do you mind if I ask a few questions while you get that set up, or do you want me to give you a second?
Sure. Yeah, please.
Yeah, so I know you guys minted a pass, right?
Yep. Right.
Is that this project, or is that for something else?
Is it the same project? That's the same project, basically. We are launching a DAO. So 1CU is not only the story, it's actually a meta of the whole platform. So the platform will be backed by DAO. We have something called One Team Foundation Fund. We're going to reserve some fund. As a platform, our main revenue will be the commissions, platform fee. And 40% of the platform fee will go to that fund. We'll use that fund to, support good creators. So in the DAO, we'll be picking creator of the month and theme of the month on a monthly basis. And we're gonna, just share the funds with them on a monthly basis. So for that, we're building the community and DAO first. So we wanted to invite people who sees the value of this type of ecosystem. So that's why we created the pass as a membership. So we have something called Pioneer Club, and Pioneer Club is like the steering committee of the 1CU projects, and also the One Team platform. So we designed the platform. One of the things I need to explain is everything you do on One Team platform will be based on NFT, because we have a feature called Gather. It's a name of a feature, and it's also a module we built to enable revenue splits. So it's a team wallet, basically. So people can use it for free. And then you can, for example, if you're working with 20 different people and you want to share revenues, like 2% goes to them and others goes to you, then you can build a team wallet and then just write in those shares and deploy the contract. It's a smart contract. And then let's say if you are creating a documentary film, and you can publish the film on the platform, and having that wallet as a beneficiary wallet, all the revenue comes to that film. As people mint the film to own the share or own the copyright of the film, it goes into that team wallet, and everyone listed in the team wallet has an access to check the balance and withdraw their shares anytime they want. So to make things transparent, and also to use NFT to protect their authorship and both the copyright owners' rights, we're using NFT to do everything. Even physical products, we have a redeemable NFT feature. So brands will be actually working with us to launch some of their community-driven projects or products. For example, we are now working with Cooler Master. They've been working closely with creators. If you guys know Cooler Master, they are a PC brand. They build cooling systems and PC cases and PC peripherals. They've been working very closely with creators by hosting annual Case Mount World Series. It's basically a contest. They've been running it for years. It's a 30-year-old company, and they are hosting World Series. It's a Case Mount contest, right? Next year on our platform. And then some of the products came from the contest, we made into actual product, and we'll be launching it together with them on our platform. So just to give you a use case or like business ideas of the platform, I'm really afraid I need to. Yeah, I can't open the file. Just mind if I share the purple paper? It's on Notion, so I'm sure it's gonna work. Just 1 second, please.
No problem.
Yeah.
Are you gonna share that in chat, or you're gonna screen share?
Yeah, I'm gonna share this screen.
Okay, gotcha.
So we talked about the issues in the creator economy. A lot of people are talking about creator economy, but the way I see it is, a lot of big platforms I see in the market right now, they are either focusing on a small, not a small, but a certain vertical, right? And there are platforms for designers, platforms for musicians, platforms for business people, but there's no platform really trying to connect people from different verticals. Because let's say an artist, let's say a photographer, might want to showcase his portfolio, but at the same time, he needs to work with people from different verticals. He might need a marketer. He might need a blogger who can work with for a journal or whatever. But there's no easy way for them to connect with each other and collaborate, and also deal with revenue shares and all the copyright matters. So that's why we started the project. So I'm not gonna cover all this because if we do that, it's gonna be an hour. But yes, so this is a good summary of the issues we're trying to solve, and then one team platform as a solution. So 4 key values we're focusing right now. What's too small? So we are helping creators, with authorship protection. If you publish something on our platform, because on our platform, all the users will have their profile page, just like LinkedIn profile page. We have a portfolio page. We call it Studio. In the Studio, you can publish a blog or publish your creative assets as a mintable assets. And as you do that, you can issue something called authorship token. So that is something only you can mint or your co-authors can mint. And it's a non-transferable token, because the purpose of the token is not to trade, but to prove your authorship. So it's a proof of authorship. So we're doing it with Ethereum. So using that authorship token, you can safely, you can have an immutable token of authorship that records a timestamp, a list of co-authors, authors and co-authors and collaborators in a single token. And we also have monetization features. We have a marketplace, basically a minting marketplace right in the platform. So your writings or your creative assets can be minted by someone else. So like people could mint it to own it, or to get a license to use it, or to redeem it into a service or a product. So we have marketplaces, and we have a collaboration feature. I mentioned theme-driven collaboration. We have a feature called Space. So not the Twitter Space, but it's our feature name. So it's where you can build a team and then let people submit their works based on your theme. So for example, OneCU, I told you that OneCU is a theme. So OneCU will be a space within the platform. So people can submit their artwork or stories into our space. So it's a submission system. And as we do that, we can also share revenues to the participants. So we call it a theme-driven collaboration. It's built upon a submission system. And also we have some initiatives backed by our DAO. We have creator grants. And we also have governance tokens, which we call it OneCUC. So with OneCUC, we are trying to showcase the idea of collaborate to earn. So there are 2 ways you can earn it on our platform. You can earn once you see by having your work published and minted by someone else. We call it create to earn. Or you can also earn once you see by minting someone else's work on our platform. We call it mint to earn. Because create to earn means you're basically contributing to the community by sharing awesome work that's appreciated by someone else. So you get once you see coin. And if you're minting someone's work, that means you're also supporting the community financially. So like that's the basically two ways you can earn once you see. We're trying to make it into a collaborative ecosystem for creators. So like, this might help. Anyway, yeah, it's a decentralized collaboration platform for creators that comes with publishing features, theme-driven collaboration features with submission systems, and we of course have a crowdfunding system. Well, I mentioned that we have a blogging system. So with the bloggings you write, you can issue something called Enthuse token. Enthuse token, you can take it as a donation feature, just like buy me a coffee. So if you don't make a donation through services like buy me a coffee, one nice thing is it's really easy to use. But one thing is, if you donate, it ends basically. You might get some perk, but it basically ends as a donation. But if you mint into token as a way of donation, then you can hold it in your wallet as a proof of support. So let's say it's just an example. Elon Musk wrote something about Tesla 10 years ago or 20 years ago. And then I thought that was a crazy idea. I decided to support him by minting his Enthuse token. And then he issued, let's say, 10,000 Enthuse tokens at $1. So I bought a few. And then it will remain in my wallet as a proof of support. And 20 years later, Elon Musk is super rich now. So he was reminded that he couldn't even started his business without the support in the beginning. So he decided to provide a token gated perks to the early day supporters and things like that. So we have those Enthuse token mechanism. So we're really trying to leverage NFT as a way to empower creators. Like NFT is mostly like traded in the marketplace, so people are seeing it as a financial asset, which is true in a way, but I believe it can be used in a different way to empower creators.
Understood.
Okay. So like,
go ahead.
Sorry. Yeah, this is the blogging feature. It's called Folio. So one of the main feature of it is you can easily embed content from other platforms, because our idea is that we really want to be that cross-vertical platform that connects, let's say, designers with artists, designers with videographers, musicians, business people, marketers. So we know they already have their portfolio established in other platforms. We made it easy for them to just embed existing content from other platforms and talk about it, because people write blogs to promote their projects or share ideas. And as they do it, they can issue that Enthuse token. And then this is the studio. So it looks like a portfolio page. So you can publish your work or writings here. And then we have a social feed. We call it topics. So if you add a hashtag or if you add categories to your work, it will show in a topics feed, which can be followed. So let's say this is the auto and vehicles category feed. So you can find other people creating for that category. So we have many features. This is Gather. So the Gather looks like this. You can just easily add someone else's wallets and then write in the revenue split ratio. And it could be used for multi-tier revenue share scenario. For example, one of the wallet could be another team wallet of ours. And in that team wallet, let's say you have 10 people, and then your team wallet itself is one of the 5 beneficiary in another team wallet. Then you can use that structure to share the revenue with people from multiple tiers. And we also have something called NFT Commons. NFT Commons is the first NFT-based copyright license. It's very similar to Creative Commons. We made it based on Creative Commons. It follows the same structure, but the key difference is Creative Commons is a public license. So if you use Creative Commons, basically your licensee will be the general public. But in our case, our licensee will be the NFT holders. So if you're sharing, let's say, a photograph as a limited edition, fungible token, and you want to control the price, the quantity and price, and you want to sell it as a downloadable content in the community, and you can attach NFT Commons. Just as an easy way to choose a license standard and declare how the holders can use it. For example, BAYC or other PFP projects, they do it and they say, you own the art, but it's not really clear that how they can use it, because in the copyright license concepts, there are many copyright rights that should be defined. So we made it really easy for users to choose a standard license. So we offer 8 different standards as a way to kind of define how the NFT holders can use their NFTs or artwork embedded in the NFT. Let me just ask you, am I sharing too much about the platform? Is it too complicated? I think it's a good idea to take some ideas.
So I'm going to go ahead and say that you're not sharing too much. Right. It is a lot of information. It's a lot of stuff. It first and foremost, your presentation skills and the marketing and the design behind this is incredible. So very clearly that you know how to market these things, because this deck is one of the best I've seen. And I understand I believe the platform, but there are a lot of elements and a lot of moving pieces to it. So I guess if you don't mind, if I can maybe ask a question. So what incentives would you say are immediate right now for someone in the crowd, like Jacob down here, for him to go onto OpenSea and buy one of these passes? What would be the immediate incentive for a consumer like me, someone who's a trader, someone who's an NFT holder? What would be our incentive to purchase one of those passes on secondary and be involved in the project?
Right. First of all, thank you for the compliment. And also, thank you for a great question. This is a great question. So let's talk about OneCU and holder benefits. Let's get on that topic. So here's it's OneCU. So we are making it as an open world collaborative storytelling project. So we are starting the story by sharing some artworks and doing fractional storytelling. Because I'm also coming from gaming industry. So the same company I worked at, Naver, it's also one of the biggest gaming publisher in Korea, and we do it globally. So I work with many gaming studios and work for gaming projects. So a lot of gaming projects will develop an worldview, right? And based on which they build their stories and gaming mechanisms. So similarly, we are starting this as an worldview. So we're not going to tell the complete story. Instead, we're providing a creative framework. So one of the reasons why we're doing this is to basically showcase the power of collective co-creation, and also to showcase the platform feature. So we are doing it before we launch the platform as a way to build a community before the platform, like I mentioned. And our platform will be ready, the beta version will be released in December. And we'll do early access in November. So before we do that, we wanted to have a strong community built upon a creative idea. So that creative idea is the OneCU story. So we talked about the platform, right? So platform, you can see it as a marketplace or a DAO, and OneCU is a project that we're initiating, leveraging those concepts. And OneCU itself could be an IP of its own. So we're preparing other spin-off project based on 1CU, and we wanted to have just like DAO clubs, like the community clubs built upon this idea. So that's why we're launching Pioneer Pass. Pioneer Pass is we have two types of collections in 1CU. One is called Pioneer Pass, another is called Tribe Collections. In the story, we have 7 official tribes. The first tribe is called Pioneer, and others are like creators, skeletons, orcs. Sorry, this is like mechanics. The mechanics. This is the Borgs. Like this is the creators and heroes. We have 7 tribes, and each tribe will have their own community. So for each tribe, we're gonna launch a club membership NFT, which features the stories and arts of each tribe. So we are doing it with the first tribe, which is Pioneer Club, and which is Pioneer, and we are launching Pioneer Club with it. So Pioneer Club, maybe this will help you understand. So it's a Genesis NFT collection, and our target audience for this collection is the evangelists and supporters of of our visions. So with them, we're launching. So these are Pioneer Passes. We made it into a story card. We have 8 historical moments. So we call it Pioneer Moments. And it comes with stories. For example, the story goes like this. Like many years ago, there was a company called One Team, and group of scientists discovered a new planet outside the galaxy. And then they found out that there's a weird energy wave that surrounds the planet, and they replicated an energy wave in a lab, and they realized that energy wave could, stimulate human creativity. So there like a lot of people wanted to go to that planet, but the planet was like 500 light years away. So they couldn't go there for a few decades. But then this company, One Team, came up with quantum tunneling technology. They made a way to do it, and they built a spaceship with it. So the name of the spaceship is called the Ark. And then they recruited brave people to join on the epic journey. So those people are called pioneers. We have 88 pioneers in the stories, and they launched the journey by getting on board to the Ark. So that's why we launched the Ark as our first NFT. So it's more like an invitation card. So that's why we made it into a free mint NFT, whitelist only free mint NFT. And then the second card is called Nightly Arrival. This is the first morning, the Bed of Roses, the underworld encounter, and then the first epiphany, the purple miracle, and the first rose. So we have 8 cards, and starting from this one, they will be priced. And if you own one of these cards, other than Arc Ticket is like a joker in poker. So it has its special utility, but other cards are all Pioneer Passes. So by owning one of these cards, you can become the Pioneer Club member. Of course, you don't have to own all of them, but by owning them, you can unlock something like XPs. So we have a leaderboard for XPs. We have a lot of perks, special perks built upon that leaderboard. So as you collect more cards, you can unlock different type of future benefits, and you can also get more 1CUC airdrop. 1CUC is the name of the governance token, 1CU coin. It will be not only used for 1CU. Like I said, 1CU is a meta project for us. So it's going to be the governance token for the whole platform. And like I said, 1CUC will be only mined by having your work minted or minting someone else's on the platform. So this will be one of 2 chances you can earn a 1CUC in a bulk. Like later we'll be doing one time of public sale of the 1CUC, and before that we'll be doing airdropping to the Pioneer Pass holders. So we talked about those 8 different cards, right? And other than 8 cards, we're launching the Ark Crew PFP, which I'll introduce later. That's the first PFP featuring 88 pioneers. Then these other story cards comes with XPs and staking points. So the staking point will be used for revenue shares. Like I said, this is a collective collaboration. So we want to do the storytelling later, and we are inviting creators to do this together. So before we talk about revenue share, like I mentioned that we're gonna have other tribes as a collection too. So those tribes are like child of the projects, child of the Pioneer Club. So we'll be creating those tribes with the Pioneer members. But it doesn't mean that you have to be a creator to be part of it. You can also be part of it by becoming a stakeholder. So that's the concept of the club. And then if you become the club member, here maybe this will explain. The name of the collection is called the One and Only Pioneer Pass, and the club is called Pioneer Club. And it is like the steering committee of the whole 1CU projects, like all 1CU project and also the platform. So one of the authority you will get is you can make a proposal for a new tribe. Other than 7 tribes, we're going to launch other tribes. We actually have other tribe ideas, which we haven't revealed yet. But we're going to make our Pioneer members make proposals about new tribes. So it's like you can create a whole new tribes in the 1CU universe. And you can also propose Pioneer merch. So this is one of the authority that goes with all other tribe clubs. All the tribe members can make a proposal about the merch they want. And those proposals will be voted in the DAO. And if people want it, we'll take it, we'll make it happen. We're going to execute it. So if, let's say there's a new tribe proposals coming from the Pioneer Club, and then people, like let's say 60% of people want it, and we'll make it into the next tribe. And as we do that, we'll use our submission system to take in, artwork from our creators, and it could be stories from like novelists. So we're going to bring them together into a new tribe and launch it as an NFT collection. And at the same time, we're going to launch a community for that tribe. So I mentioned that we have the creators, the skeletons, the mechanics, the boards creators, and the heroes. So each tribe, actually, they meant to represent different group of people. Like they, just like, target audiences or market segmentations as you do marketing. So I was imagining each club represents different persona. So I wanted to bring like-minded people into a club so they can develop like characters and stories for each tribes. So they can do it in their own club. And Pioneer Club itself can be leveraged to develop further stories of the pioneers. So you can also propose characters and merches, and that proposal can also come by the club members. And if you're not a creator, if you don't know how to do it, that's okay, because that's what it's all about. You can use the team wallet, and you can use the team feature to work with other creators. Let's say you're an awesome writer, but you need someone to do the concept arts. Then you can work with a concept artist. You can build a team and have a team wallet for you guys, and then make the proposal together. And if your proposal is taken, you can get revenue shares from the launch of the new tribe you proposed. And also, all the tribes, including the official tribes we'll be launching, will be sharing primary sales revenue back to the community. So it's here. So this is the revenue share scheme. 10% of the revenue coming from 1CU will be reserved as the foundation fund, and 20% will be shared to the proposer if it's a new tribe proposed by them. Like, let's say if Ryan, you created a new tribe called, let's say, Aliens or whatever, then we made it into an actual club and we launched it as an NFT, you will get 20% of that revenue for making the contribution. And then 50% of the revenue will share back to the club members. And out of 50%, 25% will be shared as from base pool. So let's see here. whoops. So we're just sharing it, distributing the revenue in a equal ratio to each token. So if you have more tokens, you will get more from base pool. And we also have weighted pool, which is based on the staking points I just mentioned. So based on staking points, this is how we calculate the loyalty. We're sharing more to people with higher loyalty score. So if you have more tokens with higher staking points and you have higher number of days, more days of holding, and based on percentile, you will get higher score, loyalty score. So we talked about this, right? Let me share this website. Can you see this screen?
Yes, we can.
All right. I guess I have an internet issue today. All right, yeah, so now we have it. So this is the Pioneer Club. This is our website. So these are the historical moments. So we made it into a collection card. And then this is the leaderboard. So let me connect my wallet. Yeah, I have it already. So I have 2 ARK tickets. So each cards comes with a story, and then utilities. So it only has 100 XP. It doesn't have staking points or once you see airdrop. And then the next one will be the Nightly Arrival. It has its own story, mint info, and utilities. And the first one. So like this, we made it into a collection book, so you can unlock other stories by collecting those story cards. And here's the leaderboard. So this guy, I don't know who that is, but he holds 44 passes. So he's the leader. But as we launch other cards, so you might top the rank. And we have a FAQ here, and then we also have a intro about the team here. Sorry, just 1 second, Mike. Oh. Sorry, my dog was. Yeah. All right. I'm good. So this is the team page. And then we are launching this, the platform landing page later today. I can share with you guys later. Have internet issues. Let me share the URL with you guys. It's not loading well here. My Wi-Fi.
Yeah, you can drop it in the chat, and anyone listening to this now, you can just kind of come around the 7:47 p.m. EST time in the chat log, and you'll be able to find it.
Okay. All right. Let me see. Where can I do that?
It's going to be an office hours chat.
Office hours chat. Could you mind help me with this? The URL is pretty simple. 1cu.1tm.io. Could you share the URL for me, please?
That's 1cu1.
Yep, let me show you here. 1cu.1tm.io.
All right, posted it there.
Thank you very much. All right, so back to the holder benefits. So one of the benefit is you have those authorities as a club member, and then you will get once you see airdrop. Once you see airdrop, quantity will be also determined by the loyalty score. And you have the revenue share from Tribe Collections, and we have Pioneer PFP NFT. So we are letting our users burn the ARK tickets to get the PFP, which is the ARK Crew NFT, ARK Crew PFP. We're going to have 2 PFP collections for pioneers. One is the ARK Crew PFP. The other one is called the Tenacious Pioneers, which will be launching early next year. And that one will be made through a collaboration with multiple artists. And then this one, we're launching it on our own. But later one we'll have our platform ready by then. So we're going to use that platform to launch it through a collaboration. And we also have merches. we're working with Cooler Masters. We're making some cool PCs and cool stuff with them using our 1CU theme. By the way, Cooler Master will be using our IP, the 1CU IP for marketing. So they already launched a few products like here. Let me show you. It's called cmodx.com. Oh, wow. Internet is really slow today.
Totally fine, not a big deal. But I am excited to see what's already out.
Thank you for understanding. Yeah, for example, like this one here. There used to be a video here, but it's not loading. And I just wanted to show you this. They are using IP for their marketing. So that's one thing we're trying to do with 1CU too. We're gonna work with other brands. So other brands can use our IP by sponsoring us. So I'm gonna cover that later. Here, I have it in the deck. And then you're gonna also have exclusive premium merch. We're gonna use the leaderboard to share some special perks with them. We talked about DAO, and this is the leaderboard. And then like these are XPs, different levels of XPs shared to each moment cards. And then this is the roadmap. So we released the ARK tickets, and then we're launching the arrival on 26th of October. And we are doing the Pioneer PFP mint next week, which is 19th. But it is only exclusively available for the ARK ticket holders. So you should burn, the only way you get it is by burning your own ARK tickets. So in the market right now, we have 3,289 ARK tickets as a circulation supply. And you can buy them on OpenSea. It's pretty cheap right now. We basically want people to keep the ARK ticket because ARK ticket has its own utilities. For example, it can unlock something called the ARK discounts. We're going to have pre-sale and public sale for each cards. And in the public sale, if you have the ARK tickets, you can get like discounts. So let's say if you have 3 different types of cards, then you can get 3% off for each card type. So let me cover that real quick. That's not here. No, it's not here. But let me. All right. I'll let it. Yeah, here. So this is the price guide. So we have pre-sale and public sale for each moment. And we have 3 tiers of prices. We have collector price, partner price, and public price. I share the moment cards. If you have all the preceding cards in your wallet, then you can unlock collector price. You'll be automatically whitelisted for pre-sale, and you can mint it at the cheapest price. That's called collector price. And then in the same pre-sale, we're gonna also take whitelist from other projects through collaborations, so they can unlock partner price. It'll be also cheaper than the public price, but it will be like 20% more than the collector price. And for each price, you can mint. Actually, if you have 2 qualifications at the same time, you can mint for 2 times for each price. And then public sale will be for the remainders. And ARK holders, ARK ticket holders can unlock the ARK discounts. And there's no limitations of transaction per wallet or mint per transaction in public sale. So we talked about the ARK tickets. So this is collective price. All right. So in the nightly arrival, right? This is the nightly arrival. This is the second moment cards. Only preceding card we have is the nightly the ARK ticket. So if you have it, you'll be automatically whitelisted for this in the pre-sale, and you can unlock the collective price. And for the third card, which is the first morning, then you need to have these 2 cards, and then you can unlock the collector prize. Same thing goes. So for example, it's the first rose, which is the last cards. You have to have all the cards in your wallet to get the collector prize. And then this is partner price. This is simple whitelist price. This is a pre-sale. And then here's the ARK ticket. So ARK ticket works with also preceding cards. Let's say if you're minting the Pioneer Moments, the first rose, and then you have these cards in your wallet, based on not number of the token, but based on number of types you have, you will get 3% off. So in this case, he has the ARK tickets. And including the ARK ticket, there are 6 different types in his wallet. So he can get 80% off. But if you don't have the ARK ticket, there's no discount here. So the ARK ticket is kind of special. So that's it.
Got it. And just for the sake of time, I want to make sure we can wrap it up here in the next 4 minutes. But I want to respect, obviously, your time as well as the people out there listening. Obviously, there is a ton to this project. It's funny to me that you're up at the top of the Notion and has, 1TM at a glance, because I feel like there is no at a glance for your own project, right? There's so much into it that I feel like you guys are working on a ton of stuff, and it's pretty exciting. I love the functionality of the website that you guys showed us, and the just objective. I really appreciate the objective you guys are trying to do. So in closing, I just wanted to see maybe if you could give us a quick summary of kind of everything that you recapped. Maybe let's call it an elevator pitch on what you want people to walk away with from this conversation, understanding about the project.
All right. So before we do that, if you guys want to know more about the ARK tickets and the ARK PFP, we have an AMA in, let's say, almost in 10 hours. So we're hosting a space on Twitter in 10 hours, so you can also join that AMA. And about the last message as a closing message, is that we are building this collaboration platform for creators. It's packed with a lot of collaboration features, unique features. We're leveraging NFT for creators. And then we're launching 1CU as a first official project, official theme-driven project. So if you're interested in this idea, if you love the vision, this is a very good timing to get on board as a Pioneer Club member. That's it. Excellent.
Like I said, I'm really interested to see how everything goes for you guys. I really, it's cool to see that you guys are already, your stuff's already being used with brands too. That's really bullish. So I think this is a different kind of project. I don't think a lot of people are used to a project of your all's nature. So it's very interesting to see, and I really am looking forward to seeing how everything plays out for you guys. So thank you for your time. I know the time zone change up was a little odd, but I really do appreciate you sticking with us and giving us that great presentation, man. Thank you so much. And everyone who listened live and listened to this through the end, thank you. And everyone have a good morning or good night. Thanks.
Thank you. I'm going to share the link to the purple paper in the chat too, right after this call. Thank you very much.
Thanks, man. Have a great night or morning.
Yeah. Bye.